Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation. This particular video is kind of cool because it's about intimacy. Now, most people hear the word intimacy and what do they think about? Right, they think about sex. But I'm going to share with you something that is so valuable. And it's largely unknown, which is kind of mind-boggling when you think about it. Because what is marriage anyway? Marriage is a very spiritual thing. And when I say spiritual, I don't mean it's ordained by the church or the synagogue or a religion. Spiritual means that it's about heart, right? It's about souls. You've heard the expression soulmate. What does that mean? It means when two souls come together. So a soul is not a material thing, and it's not, as Western psychology calls it, which is an abstract thought. Souls are very real. You're a soul. You're essentially a soul. You have a body, you have a mind, but you're a soul. You're a soul who has a body and a mind. And the relationship that you develop when you're married is one of intimacy. It's not between your two glands, it's between your heart, your soul. That's the whole deal. It's about love. Love is esoteric. Love is spiritual. That's what intimacy is. So do you see this? Let me draw it out a little bit for you on my whiteboard. So here is what I call the sacred space of marriage. Your sacred space of marriage is where everything takes place between two hearts. You and your soulmate. But it's the hearts that are connecting. And this is the intimacy. But you have a body. And you have a mind. And the body can have sex, but that's not all it's for. And the mind is so that you can control what you're doing. And it's not just to have sex. A lot of immature men, much more than women, think their mind is only there to get their body's pleasure. And they call that intimacy. But that's not intimacy. Intimacy is of the heart. And what people do that is wrong, not wrong like evil, bad, you're going to hell, not that kind of wrong. Wrong as in incorrect, is that they equate intimacy and sex as the same. And it's not. This is very important. Now, you can use your sex as a vehicle for expressing intimacy because you put your bodies together so you're close physically, but you open your heart, and that's what creates intimacy. You know, way back, I was recruiting MFTs to be part of the Marriage Foundation. And I told one guy who was just the nicest guy, the Christian fellow, and we were talking, and I said, look, you can have intimacy without sex. And he was taken aback. And I said, try it. When you see your wife, don't touch her. Open your heart to her. Let the love of your heart flow out to her. Visualize it. And see if she's not moved by that. See if she doesn't feel it. Now, unfortunately, it rarely works in reverse. I don't tell women to try that because men are not very receptive, typically. They're not. They're not as intuitive as women, typically. Can be, but not usually. Now, the point of this whole video is to inspire you to think in terms of intimacy as something esoteric that is not dependent on sex. That's the whole point of it. Why? Because you should be carrying your spouse around in your heart. You should be feeling love for them throughout the day. Then all of your speech should be conveying that you love them. All of your actions should be conveying love. And that, my friend, is how you build intimacy in your marriage. Capiche, as my father used to say? Now, if you like this, subscribe. There'll be lots more coming. Share this with your friends. Let them know. These teachings are so beautiful, we got to get them out. I discovered things that other people have not found. You know why? Because when I started helping people with their marriages, I had a basic premise. And that is that a successful marriage is a joyous marriage. Your marriage should be filled with love and happiness that you can't even take it. And that's the only way to do your marriage. So blessings and take care till next time.